Hello, this is going to be the commentary for my last montage, my Mercury Revolutions montage for season 32, which is not the last season, 33, because the one before that, because I was not able to play because of time, the last season. But anyways, for this montage, I loved, once I, came up with the concept, I loved, Mercury revolutions. That has a lot of different meanings. It can be Mercury, like the like the element, Mercury the element. There's Mercury the planet. There is revolutions, like obviously like a revolution of a planet or of a sphere. And revolution, like a protest or a revolution, or like an uprising against, like your typical revolution definition. I really like that, and that's what inspired the opening title, the definition, doing like the movie thing where you show a definition or a quote before the movie or before whatever. But so that's where that came from. And because I like to have a concept or some sort of tone or feeling I want to go for a montage. I don't just want to throw together a whole bunch of clips. That's why that gives me more inspiration for it, and it gives me a little something to play with. So anyways, we'll go ahead and get started. It's gonna be like, I won't pause it too much, but it'll be a play by play, explaining certain things, and we'll pause it like halfway at the middle point, the bridge point. But anyways, let's get started. So we're opening with, our definitions. We're opening with the definitions, of course. And you can see the little pups right in there. Instead of, dashes, revolving, a forcible overthrow. Of course, that's the captains, Bird and Logi. And this is the Dune font right here. Sort of tying into the space theme. And, my hype video for this season. The playoffs for this season. And this is from Deep Sky, the IMAX movie. They caught footage of, deep space, like a galaxy we hadn't discovered before, and that's another one. And I actually went to see the IMAX movie. I had a free ticket from my showing of Oppenheimer. Actually, the audio cut out my 70mm Oppenheimer screening, so they gave us free vouchers, and I used it to see Deep Sky, which is a beautiful documentary. If you want to take whatever substance and just chill out with space and scientists talking space, it's a good movie. But anyways, I liked that I got to sort of incorporate something I actually watched in theaters while I was making this, into it, because I had those pictures queued up even before I was gonna watch it, which is a cool thing. And then we have metallic, like a Mercury sort of liquidy sort of transition, and then we have the space. I love the space cutting in and out anytime they say, you know, the lyrics dictate it. And then AJ's sacrifice to get the return, and then I love the bomb expert, you know. That actually was inspiration from Borgen's montage where he did like Call of Duty triple kill, double kill sort of achievements. Or Asvi there having to, I had to get that last kill in. You know, if it's a good highlight, you got to keep it in. And of course, one of my favorite movies, Hackers. I used some songs from the Hackers soundtrack in my very first montage with the Mighty Ducks, and here I get to use footage from it. This is AJ's Terminator moment. And I know it does sort of become the AJ show here, but he had a lot of the good moments during the season. Here's one of the few times I actually sped up the footage. I could have done that more to speed up things up, but I'm so happy with the length. And then I love Ducky. I even show a, you know, replay of it. I love his hold here. And I think this is my second or third moment. I, try to not give myself too many moments. You want things even. And then, of course, AJ's fuck up. And I'll pause it right here at technical difficulties. But I actually had a fuck up just like that. And I was going to put mine in, but I think I either lost it or Twitch wouldn't clip it because like there was a limit on there with how many clips you could clip from a Twitch VOD. But yeah, so I showed them a lot of good highlights, and there's a low light too to sort of get our transition here. But I hired a for real voice actor for this middle part, Andrew H., who was amazing to work with. This guy was so professional. He was, he gave me actually gave me 3 different versions of what I was, asking him to get. He has on his portfolio, he had a couple of different examples, and I asked him to do a mix between like his Superman. He did a Superman ad, where it was very bombastic and very, oh, it's a bird, it's a plane. It was, that sort of thing. Like a very 50s sort of announcer style. And then he had another one where it was for some banking app or something. And it was very like boardroom-esque, and I wanted a mixture of the two, sounding like a news station reporting, breaking news of, someone hating on a map, which I had that idea for forever. And I thought about doing the voice. I thought about getting a couple of streamers to do the voice. But I was just like, it'll be worth the money paying this dude. It was just like $25, $30, I think. I think I tipped him $5. But yeah, he was fantastic, and I'm so proud of the work we did, and maybe hopefully we could do something else in the future. I've been a little busy and I haven't been able to edit much, but definitely recommend if you need whatever voice acting. But we'll go ahead and play it. This is by Peppy, this technical difficulties slide, which he actually made for a different video idea, and I just happened to use it here. Team, pick this map. Pick this map. Pick this map. Oh, HD, Moosin, Hajalpa, name. Man, so many names.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by the Tag Pro CRC. We have had several reports of some rings hate in the past few months, specifically a spike after 9:44 p.m. on January 30th of this year. This correlates with its removal from full pub rotation when it was innocent.
I love this effect of the blood and killing some rings. And right here we'll pause it because I know it's hard, especially when YouTube has compression, and especially if you're watching on a phone. Dear God, watching this on a phone. I mean, either way it works, but still, you know. But it says here, invest millions into growing the subreddit, ban JKXS, allow memes 24/7, and change MLTP no kiss rule. So, thankfully this was out. I took long enough editing this. I was able to incorporate certain, you know, the MLT, certain in-jokes, you know, that I wouldn't have been able to otherwise.
Or a loved one has been a victim or bystander of some rings hate, please contact your local Tag Pro CRC. Thank you. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
And then we switch to this Daft Punk song, which is called Revolutions, I think 99, I think. Funny enough, so it's almost fate. I use this song as well. And this is a women's suffrage march, I think in the 70s. And I actually flipped it so they're walking right. Poor K-Rent there. And then Jarek did not get enough love here in my montage. I will admit that. He was arguably probably the best player we had. He definitely shined more than he had way more moments than in this montage. And AJ here getting the final cap. This was for, I think, not a climate change protest. I forget the one. This was a climate one. And then we cut back to the atom footage or space footage, you know, tying Revolution and Mercury together. That's the whole thing I was going for. And then we go back to hackers. This is the whole group of hackers in said movie, which I would recommend. Definitely would recommend. Thank you to everyone who streamed as well, and everyone who helped out this season, or 2 seasons ago, really. And then HD's beautiful lemonade mispronunciation. I probably could have left this in the oven for longer, but I think it still works. And, you know, I just wasn't sure how to end things, and you want to end on a happy note, on a joke sometimes, and that was one of those times. But anyways, thank you if you've gotten this far, man, for listening to me yap about my this is the creator director commentary. This is the, if you really have no time on your hands, Tag Pro wise. But thank you for listening, and take it easy.